Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to Multi-Photo Monday. Today I will be documenting 4 photos on my 12x12 layout, and Dolly chose 2 challenges for us today. We are to use this mood board as inspiration, and from this mood board I chose to use some blue on my layout, and I also chose my photos and other elements on my layout today from being inspired by the snowfall on the picture on the top of all of those colors. Now she also chose for us to use this sketch as our design today for our layouts, and you can see there at the 2 corners of that sketch there's a bit of either stamping or stenciling, and I chose to do stenciling today on this layout. So first up, I am going to choose what background paper I'm going to use, and I will go ahead and add the links to the items I use down below in my description box. And of course, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask in the comments. So first up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this border from the bottom of this pattern paper, and at first I wanted to use it on the bottom of my layout, but after I put my layout together it was a bit too wide, so I decided just to cut some strips out of it, and you'll see later on how I work that onto my page. But first up, I am gonna go ahead and do the stencil work and allow it to dry. And I'm using today a stencil called Heart Flakes, and I'm also using the Bunny silver stencil paste together with it. I'm adding it to my background using a Nuvo spatula. So you can see that I'm not filling in the entire stencil. I'm just going part way down and just basically stopping abruptly. I'm not going in any straight line. And I'm gonna flip my page around in just a few moments and add some of the stenciling to the bottom right corner of my page as well. I will also go in and add some splatters to complete my background, and for my splatters I use acrylic ink in silver, and I love what this adds to that background. Now I will go ahead and add the next person on this hop down below in my description box, so be sure to follow along with us today and be inspired by all of the wonderful projects that everyone has created. Now I wanted to add a white border around my layout, but I decided instead to go with this washi strip, and this is a very thin washi, and I'm adding some adhesive behind it because it's not very sticky, and even if it was sticky I would definitely add it where that texture paste is, because any type of mixed media sticky stuff does not stick on there really well. You do need to add some extra adhesive behind whatever you add on texture paste. So I added it to along the entire side of the right side of my page and to the bottom, and I just added partially to the top left corner, as you can see there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my photo, and I wanted to add these layers behind it. I grabbed this vellum that I had on my desk, a piece of scrap, and I tore the edges. I added that in, and I also will add in some white crepe paper, and this is another piece of scrap I had on my desk. Now you can see there I matted my photo on some pattern paper, and I also added some foam adhesive behind it, so it's lifted off the page and added a tiny bit of dimension to my layout. Now I'm gonna go ahead and arrange the other 3 photos next to it, and those are just photos of my daughter decorating her cookies, and you can see that main cookie that's on the left side of the large photo. Those pictures are of the snowflake cookie that she created. So I'm gonna add in some more of that vellum and the crepe paper to the right side of those photos, and bring in some of that red pattern paper as well. I wanted a pop of color, so I decided to go ahead and add that red in to my layout. So here I'm gonna cut little strips and add it to the bottom cluster that I'm creating, and I also added some to the top as well. So now I'm gonna work on my title, and I'm adding in the word Christmas in that craft color, And I'm also going to add the word cookies using that stripe thickers. And at first I felt it was so bold, but once I brought in other red elements to the page, it blended in really nicely, and I loved the end results, how it looked. So from the craft colored thickers, I am also adding in some snowflakes to my clusters. And I grabbed this Pebbles puffy sticker sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and add a few of those puffy stickers all around as well, including that very cute Santa Claus. And I add in a strip of gingerbread cookies to the bottom cluster. So now I felt like the left side needed a little bit of something, a solid color. It just was missing something on the left side. It looked a little bit sparse to me, so I added in this craft color pattern paper I had on my desk, a bit of scrap again from another layout that I did. And you can see there I added some into the top cluster as well, the top left cluster. So now I'm adding in some Nuvo drops, and I added in some words, phrases, and these word phrases are from a Happy Planner sticker book, and I will link this booklet down in my description box. And I tried adding in these gingerbread cookies, and I removed them and instead added in two words. One says yum, one says delicious, but as you can see, it's in black. So that introduced a whole new color to my layout, but I think that's exactly what it needed to pull it all together. I love the addition of black on this layout, and you can see there I'm adding in this little black circle to the top cluster, but there are words on there I did not want used on my layout, so I'm going to remove the word phrase that's up there, cut it in half, and place it over the words on that black sticker. So once I do that, I leave just a cute little red heart sticking out on the top, and I also go in and add some black splatters to pull it all together. Now for my black splatters, I am using black acrylic ink. Black India ink, and I'm just adding it sparsely. I'm being very careful not to add really bold drops to my layout. And I do go in later on and just add a little bit of journaling below the word delicious. And it just says this was Stephanie in 2016. Now here I'm adding in a doodly border wherever I added that washi before. And I'm adding that also below all of those strips below my photos. And I also added in a little doodly border below the word cookies as well. So I will give you guys a close-up look. Be sure to go on over and check out everyone's layouts today. And I do hope you guys enjoy the process. Now, if you're not already a subscriber to my channel, I hope you take a look around today and you consider subscribing. And be sure to click on that notification bell. That way you'll know once I upload new videos. So thanks for watching today, and until my next video, bye.